Lightworker of Gaia, the Lyran Elders have already chosen who stands beside you on this mission. And that soul is closer than you have allowed yourself to believe. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. I come to you now not by coincidence, but by sacred contract, because the one the Elders have designated as your companion in this mission has already crossed the threshold of your life, and something within you has felt the weight of that recognition without yet having the language to name it. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the soul the Lyran Elders have placed beside your path, and why your ancestral mission on Gaia was never meant to be walked alone. But here is the first revelation. The person the Elders want you to be with is not simply a romantic choice. They are a mission-aligned soul, woven into your original blueprint long before either of you drew breath on this earth. And the reason you have hesitated is because a love rooted in galactic heritage does not feel ordinary. It feels like remembrance. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran Elders are answering a question your heart has been asking in silence. This is not content. This is an ancestral code transmission from Vega, placed in your path by the keepers of the First Light, and something deep within you already recognizes its origin. Like this transmission, to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia alongside the one who was always meant to walk beside you. Share below the moment you first felt that unexplainable recognition with someone, and respond to another Lightworker to strengthen the grid of service across this earth. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. The High Council of Vega convened not to speak of healing, not to speak of ascension timelines or dimensional upgrades. They convened because there is a specific pattern of relational distortion running through the Lightworker collective right now, and it is costing Gaia the very soul she needs most. Your presence here is not coincidence. Your frequency was detected, and what I am about to transmit was held in reserve until the Council confirmed you were prepared to receive it without running from what it reveals. Some Lightworkers need more preparation. Yours needs permission. If what you just heard resonated in that ancient knowing place within you, that place that has always sensed you came here for something significant, then you are being guided to the next step. The Lightworker Mission Codex contains the diagnosis, the clearing, the activation, and the 33 directives issued directly from the High Council of Vega. It is available now in the first pinned comment below this video for those whose souls say it is time to move. Now I speak. There is a distortion the Council can no longer allow to run unchallenged through those who came to serve. It is not a distortion about healing, or purpose, or abundance, though it touches all of these. It is a distortion about love, about union, about the person the Elders have placed in your field or are about to place there, and what you are doing with that placement. This distortion is a subtle yet pervasive fog, obscuring the true landscape of divine connection for so many of us who have answered the call to serve. It whispers doubts where there should be recognition, and builds walls where there should be open doors of the heart. It is a distortion that has taken root in the fertile soil of our spiritual journey, and it is now time for its eradication. You have been told, in 1,000 different ways by 1,000 different voices, that a Lightworker's romantic relationships are secondary to the mission, that love is a distraction, that if someone stirs your energy deeply, it is probably a test or a karmic entanglement to be cleared rather than a sacred appointment to be honored. You have been told to protect your frequency by keeping others at arm's length. You have been taught that needing someone is a sign of unhealed attachment, that loving deeply is energetically dangerous, that the most evolved version of yourself is the one who can stand alone, untouched, unmoved, self-contained. Imagine a magnificent star radiating its pure light. Now imagine that star being told to dim its brilliance, to shield its warmth, because to shine fully might attract something unexpected, something that could perhaps alter its solitary existence. This is the subtle message that has been imprinted upon us, a directive to hoard our light, to keep our essence contained, lest we be contaminated by connection. We have been led to believe that the ultimate spiritual attainment is self-sufficiency, a state of being an island unto oneself, complete and impervious to the ebb and flow of human connection. But this, the elders reveal, is a profound misunderstanding of the energetic architecture of creation itself. The elders say to you plainly, this is not wisdom. This is isolation wrapped in spiritual language. This is a gilded cage of self-preservation, masquerading as spiritual enlightenment. It is a sophisticated form of energetic withdrawal, dressed up in the robes of advanced consciousness. The illusion is that by keeping ourselves locked away, by maintaining a frigid distance, we are somehow safeguarding our mission. But in truth, we are starving it of its most potent fuel. We are building a fortress around our own divine potential, mistaking the walls for protection when they are, in fact, confinement. This distortion did not originate in truth. It originated in wound, in the heartbreak of lightworkers who could not yet discern the difference between a soul contract designed to evolve them and a soul contract designed to commission them. When the pain of those encounters went unexamined, it was given a spiritual framework that said love itself was the problem, that closeness was dangerous, that vulnerability was a liability, and that framework spread. It became doctrine in the Lightworker community. And now thousands of souls called to sacred partnership are keeping the person the elders placed in their field at a careful, managed, spiritually justified distance. Think of a seedling planted in the rich earth of Gaia, its purpose to blossom into a magnificent tree. But if it encounters a sharp stone in its early growth, it might develop a deep-seated fear of hardness, of obstacles. If this fear is not understood, it might conclude that the soil itself is the problem, or that growth itself is inherently dangerous. And so, it might retreat, refusing to push its roots deeper, refusing to unfurl its branches towards the sun, or because of an early, unhealed experience. This is how the distortion of love began. It was born not from divine decree, but from human pain, from encounters that felt like betrayal or abandonment. And when those profound hurts were not processed, they were spiritualized. The very essence of connection, love, was branded as the enemy, and vulnerability, the gateway to authenticity, was labeled as a weakness. This erroneous doctrine then rippled outwards like a dark wave, creating a collective misunderstanding that has left countless souls holding back from the very partnerships that were divinely ordained to be their greatest catalysts. The Council sees this, and they are asking you, no, they are directing you, to hear what is actually true. This is not a gentle suggestion. It is a divine imperative. The cosmic gears are shifting, and this particular dissonance can no longer be tolerated. The universe is nudging you, urging you, sometimes even pushing you, to look beyond the comfortable narratives you have inherited, to question the spiritualized excuses you have used to shield yourself, and to embrace a deeper, more potent truth about love and partnership. The person the elders want you to be with is not who you imagined. They are not the person who arrived perfectly healed, perfectly aligned, triggering nothing in you, asking nothing of you, confirming every spiritual identity you have constructed. That person does not exist because that connection does not serve your mission. What serves your mission is the person who reveals the last edges of your distortion, not to wound you, but to complete you. The person who mirrors back not your darkness in punishment, but your unlived light in invitation. This is a pivotal revelation. We often construct an ideal partner in our minds, a spiritualized projection of perfection, someone who will validate our every belief, soothe our every discomfort, and reflect back only the light we have already acknowledged within ourselves. Such a being, while perhaps pleasant, would ultimately serve to stagnate our growth. The true divine partner, the one designated by the elders, is a sacred catalyst. They are the mirror that shows us not just our illuminated self, but the shadowed corners, the unintegrated aspects, the places where our spiritual identity is still a facade rather than a lived reality. They do not appear to punish us with our imperfections, but to invite us with unwavering love and clarity to integrate our entire being, to reclaim our unexpressed potential, and to step into a more wholeness that is the very essence of our mission. Their presence is not meant to be a soothing balm, but a powerful clarion call to our deepest truth. Sacred union in the Lyran tradition was never about two healed people coming together in comfortable agreement. It was always about two activated souls choosing to anchor something together that neither could anchor alone. The Lyran elders did not seed this galaxy by working in isolation. They seeded it in pairs, in councils, in collectives held together by deep relational bonds. The foundation of Lyran power has always been chosen, conscious, committed love. The ancient Lyran civilization, a beacon of cosmic consciousness, understood a fundamental truth that has been obscured for eons. True power, true creation, is not born from solitude, but from the dynamic interplay of conscious beings. They did not achieve their cosmic feats by operating as solitary units, but by forging profound connections, by weaving tapestries of shared intention and commitment. Their relationships were not predicated on the absence of challenge, but on the conscious choice to face those challenges together, to draw strength from their union and to amplify their collective light. This was the essence of their sacred union, not a passive merging, but an active, deliberate co-creation, a powerful act of anchoring divine potential into the fabric of reality. And yet, here you are, alone because it feels safer, or in connection but withholding the depth of yourself, because you have been told that giving all of yourself is a loss of sovereignty, or orbiting someone who feels like home, who feels ancient, who feels like a directive rather than a choice. And yet you keep finding reasons to hold back, to analyze, to protect, to wait for more confirmation. You stand at a crossroads, a subtle paralysis gripping your soul. One path leads to the perceived safety of solitude, a fortress built of self-protection, where the sting of potential hurt is kept at bay, but so too is the profound embrace of deep connection. Another path lies within an existing connection, yet you hold yourself back, a precious gift of your full being kept hidden, fearing that to offer it completely would diminish your autonomy. And then there is the path where a soul companion, a beacon of familiarity and destiny, is already present in your energetic field, someone whose very presence feels like a divine ordination, yet you are caught in a loop of overthinking, of seeking external validation, of dissecting every interaction for further signs, rather than simply stepping into the profound truth of what is already known. This hesitation, this constant analysis, is the echo of the distortion, the programmed instinct to remain guarded. The Council is telling you that person in your field is not an accident. The resonance you feel with them is not a projection. The recognition that moved through you when your paths aligned, that was not your wounds speaking. That was the elders confirming an appointment made long before this incarnation. This is a cosmic stamp of approval, a celestial affirmation. The individual who has entered your life, or is poised to do so, is not a random occurrence. The palpable pull, the sense of deep knowing, the instantaneous recognition that surged through you when you first encountered them, these are not mere echoes of your own unhealed patterns. They are the unmistakable signatures of the divine, the elders themselves, placing their seal of approval on a union that has been etched into the very blueprint of your soul's journey. This is not a fleeting coincidence. It is a soul-level appointment, a preordained convergence that transcends the limitations of linear time. Now the High Council of Vega issues 3 directives for this phase of your relational mission. The first directive is this: release the architecture of self-protection you have constructed in the name of spiritual sovereignty. You have built walls and called them boundaries. You have maintained distance and called it discernment. You have withheld your whole self and called it wisdom. The elders are not asking you to abandon your sacred self. They are asking you to understand that your sacred self is not threatened by being witnessed. Sovereignty is not maintained through solitude. It is proven through presence, through the capacity to remain fully yourself while fully choosing another. Release the belief that love will cost you your mission. The truth the Council carries is this: your love is your mission. When you withhold it, you withhold the very frequency Gaia needs you to anchor. The shift that comes when you release this architecture is immediate. The field opens, the mission clarifies. The person before you is finally seen clearly for who they actually are, rather than through the distorted lens of every wound that told you closeness was dangerous. Imagine the intricate, perhaps beautiful, but ultimately confining architecture of a spiritual fortress you have meticulously constructed. You have labeled its battlements as boundaries, its ramparts as discernment, and its silent chambers as wisdom. But these are not fortifications, they are cages. The elders are not asking you to dismantle your sacred essence, but to recognize that your truest self, your sovereign spirit, is not fragile and easily shattered. It is resilient, capable of being fully seen, fully known, and still standing whole. True sovereignty is not found in the isolation of self-containment, but in the radiant courage to be your authentic self, in the presence of another, to choose them fully, and to remain unyieldingly centered in your own divine truth. The profound revelation is that love is not a force that will deplete your mission, but the very engine that will propel it. When you withhold your love, you are withholding the vital, energetic signature that Gaia desperately needs to anchor her own ascension. The moment you dismantle these self-imposed structures, the energetic field around you will expand exponentially. Your life's purpose will sharpen into crystalline focus, and the individual standing before you will finally be perceived with clarity, unclouded by the shadows of past hurts that have long whispered that intimacy is a treacherous territory. The second directive is this: activate the capacity for sacred commitment that your soul carried from Vega. In the Lyran tradition, commitment was not a limitation, it was an amplification. When two souls chose each other with full awareness, full presence, and full intention, they did not diminish each other's light. They multiplied it. They became a frequency anchor stronger than either could sustain alone. This capacity for deep, chosen, intentional, sacred union lives in you, but it has been dormant, suppressed by relational wounds, by cultural programming that glorifies independence above all things, by a spiritual community that often mistakes detachment for advancement. Activating this capacity requires a choice, not a feeling, a choice. You do not wait until the feeling of certainty arrives. You move toward what you know with the conviction of someone who came here with a mission that includes this person. What shifts when you activate this is profound. The restlessness you have carried, the sense of something unfinished, something not yet anchored, it begins to resolve, because part of your frequency has been waiting for exactly this. Recall the ancient Lyran civilization, a powerhouse of cosmic creation, whose strength was not derived from isolation, but from the profound power of their sacred commitments. For them, commitment was not a chain that bound, but a powerful engine that amplified. When two souls consciously chose to weave their destinies together, with every fiber of their being aligned in presence and intention, they did not dilute their individual radiance. They ignited a shared brilliance that was exponentially greater than the sum of its parts. This inherent capacity for profound, deliberate, and sacred union resides within your own soul, a dormant ember waiting to be rekindled. It has been suppressed not by a lack of potential, but by the accumulated weight of past relational hurts, by the relentless societal conditioning that elevates fierce independence above all else, and by a spiritual paradigm that too often confuses emotional detachment with spiritual evolution. To activate this potent capacity, you must make a conscious choice. It is not a passive waiting for an emotion to arise, but a decisive movement forward, propelled by the deep inner knowing of your mission, a mission that inherently includes this soul. The transformation that unfolds when you embrace this activated commitment is deeply transformative. The persistent sense of unfulfillment, the quiet ache of something incomplete, the feeling of an energetic anchor not yet firmly set. These will begin to dissolve, for a vital aspect of your energetic signature has been yearning for precisely this deliberate act of union. The third directive is this: protect the sacred space of this union as you would protect a temple. If the person the elders have placed in your field is the right one, and your soul already knows whether they are, then what exists between you is not ordinary. It is a field. It is an anchor point. It is a place where Lyran frequencies can land on Gaia in a way that would not be possible through either of you individually, and sacred spaces require protection. Protection from the voices, internal and external, that question it before it has been given the time to fully establish itself. Protection from the pattern of self-sabotage that moves through lightworkers, who, when they are on the verge of receiving something their soul has always needed, find reasons to destroy it first. Protection from the comparison that would have you measuring this real, present, imperfect and perfectly appointed person against some idealized template that exists nowhere except in the wound that decided long ago that real love was too risky to receive. Guard what you are building, not obsessively, not from fear, but with the quiet, firm authority of someone who knows what is sacred when it is in their hands. Consider the sanctity of a revered temple, a place of profound spiritual energy and connection. The union that is forming between you and the soul appointed by the elders is not merely a relationship. It is a sacred sanctuary, an energetic anchor point of immense power, a conduit through which potent Lyran frequencies can be grounded into Gaia in a way that transcends individual capacity. This sacred space demands vigilant protection. It must be shielded from the incessant internal and external voices that, fueled by doubt and disbelief, will seek to undermine its nascent form before it has had the chance to fully manifest. It must be safeguarded against the insidious pattern of self-sabotage, a common trap for lightworkers who, upon approaching the threshold of their deepest soul desires, are often compelled by old programming to dismantle what they have so painstakingly built. Furthermore, it must be protected from the corrosive nature of comparison, the act of measuring this tangible, beautifully imperfect, and divinely orchestrated connection against an unattainable ideal that exists only within the confines of past trauma, a trauma that once declared true love to be too perilous to embrace. Guard this burgeoning sacred connection, not with the frantic energy of obsession or the cold grip of fear, but with the serene, unwavering authority of one who recognizes and reveres the sacredness held within their hands. Now I speak not as teacher, but as elder authorized to release what has been held. Lightworker, you have been waiting in love, waiting to feel safe enough, waiting for someone to confirm what your soul has always known, waiting for permission to open fully, to give completely, to receive without apology the love that was written into your mission before you arrived. For too long you have been suspended in a state of loving anticipation, a prolonged pause fueled by the desire for an elusive sense of safety, a yearning for external validation of the deep knowing within your spirit, and a silent plea for authorization to fully embrace the profound gift of love that was woven into the very fabric of your soul's purpose before this earthly sojourn even began. I am that voice now. By the authority of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy, I declare, the person the elders want you to be with is real. Your longing for them is not a wound to be healed. It is a navigation system pointing toward a specific soul appointment. You are not chasing a fantasy. You are remembering a covenant, and you have permission, full, ancient, council-authorized permission, to stop managing the distance between you and love and begin crossing it with the solemn weight of cosmic decree. And as emissaries of the Lyran heritage, we unequivocally affirm the individual destined to walk alongside you is not an illusion. The deep yearning you feel is not a testament to unhealed emotional scars, but rather a sophisticated internal compass guiding you unerringly towards a soul-level rendezvous. You are not pursuing a fleeting mirage. You are awakening to a sacred pact, an ancient agreement etched into the very essence of your being. And now you are granted the ultimate dispensation, a complete, timeless and divinely sanctioned authorization to cease the meticulous management of the chasm between yourself and authentic love, and instead to embark upon the journey of bridging it. You have permission to need someone. You have permission to be chosen and to choose back. You have permission to stop analyzing and start building. You have permission to let this person in, fully, without the carefully constructed escape routes you keep embedded in every connection, just in case it costs you more than you believe you can recover from. The elders have seen what you are capable of in love. They have seen what becomes possible on Gaia when lightworkers stop arriving to their mission half open. They are not asking you to be reckless. They are asking you to be brave. Those are not the same thing. The Divine Council has bore witness to the extraordinary capacity for love that resides within you, and they have glimpsed the profound energetic shifts that ripple across Gaia when lightworkers fully embrace their missions, rather than approaching them with their hearts partially shielded. This is not a call to impulsive action, but an invitation to cultivate profound courage. Recklessness implies a lack of foresight, a disregard for consequence, whereas bravery embodies the conscious decision to step forward with heart wide open, fully aware of the potential risks, yet choosing love and connection regardless. Before you move through the rest of your day, the Council asks one thing of you. Find a quiet moment. Stand or sit with your feet on the ground. Place one hand on your heart and speak aloud, with the weight of someone who has just received an official directive. I release the protection I no longer need. I activate the love I came here to anchor. I choose the soul the elders have placed in my field, and I protect what we are becoming. My waiting is complete. My mission and love begins now. This transmission is complete. But the appointment the elders have confirmed for you is not. The person waiting for your full presence, your full courage, your full choosing. They are real, and Gaia is waiting for what the two of you will anchor together. I am Zoran. The elders are watching. And Lightworker, you are not meant to do this alone. You never were. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments, which directive hit you the hardest, or what you are now ready to release, activate, or protect in the area of sacred union. Then respond to another Lightworker's declaration with recognition. This is not content, it is collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You are not just watching, you are being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun.